Harvard professor's astonishing discovery. The reversal of aging can be achieved with the mind, and you can do it too. The mind is its own place. There, you can turn heaven into hell or hell into heaven. Did you know? Our bodies have incredibly powerful abilities for self-repair, self-healing, self-awareness, and self-redemption. The human body is like a small universe. Each person possesses immense potential. Each person is a treasure chest filled with hidden riches. The key to unlocking this treasure chest is truly believing in yourself from the depths of your heart. 1. The greater your mindset, the greater your universe. When you believe you cannot do something, you truly cannot. When you feel you are falling ill, you indeed will not recover. When you accept a hospital's prognosis that you have only 3 months to live, then 3 months will indeed be the end for you. This may seem like an absurd idea, but it is a very real truth. Many people do not die from the pain of the disease itself, but from the fear, anxiety, and dread about the disease. In reality, the truth is this: when you have strong beliefs and do not let negative emotions sway you, maintaining a steadfast and unwavering mindset, everything becomes limitless. Is your mind firm enough? The famous modern Buddhist monk, Master Mencken, was diagnosed with rectal cancer at the age of 80. After surgery, doctors asserted that he would not live more than 5 years. However, he did not pay much attention to it. He calmly continued doing what he needed to do and peacefully passed away at the age of 107 at Mount Wudi. Professor Li Feng, a pathology professor at National Taiwan University, was diagnosed with cancer while studying in Canada at a young age and was given only 6 months to live. After undergoing surgery, radiation, and chemotherapy with poor results, she decided to temporarily give up on these treatments. Instead, she focused on changing her inner beliefs, adjusting her diet and lifestyle, and training for physical and mental health, which brought new vitality to her life. As a result, she has now lived more than 30 years longer than originally predicted. We are born with a divine healer within us that can heal all sorts of physical and mental problems. Managing your thoughts and emotions is the true secret to longevity. The well-known American psychology journal Psychological Science recently published an interesting experimental result. By changing a person's internal expectations about their own vision, their actual vision level can be altered. A typical vision chart goes from larger letters at the top to smaller ones at the bottom, leading participants to expect that they would see less clearly as they go down. In this experiment, the researchers designed a vision chart with smaller letters at the top and larger ones at the bottom. This reversed the participants' expectations, making them believe that they should see more clearly as they moved down. The results were astonishing. Participants' vision levels significantly improved, and they were able to see letters on the reversed chart that they could not see on the standard one. The effect of this experiment is similar to the placebo effect. A placebo itself has no therapeutic effect, but due to the patient's trust in the doctor, their psychological suggestion, and expectation of efficacy, it can effectively improve symptoms and alleviate conditions. This means there is a mysterious and subtle connection between the mind and body, between thoughts and the physical body. If you believe it will affect you, it will. If you don't believe it, it won't. The concept of physical and mental health includes both the tangible body and the intangible, elusive mind. When addressing various physical conditions, we often focus only on treating the symptoms directly. But is this really the right approach? Under societal stereotypes, reaching the age of 40 or 50 is seen as entering old age. Many people start reminiscing about the past and discussing retirement, acting as if they have experienced a lifetime of hardship. 2. Does getting older necessarily mean aging? Evidence shows that this is not the case. Hollywood once made a movie called Counterclockwise, based on a real experimental case. In 1979, a psychology professor named Ellen Langer conducted an experiment. In a monastery in Pittsburgh, she carefully constructed a time capsule, making it look exactly like it did 20 years ago. She invited 16 elderly participants in their 70s and 82nd, randomly dividing them into 2 groups of 8. One group lived in the time capsule for a week, completely immersed in the environment of 1959. They listened to music from the 1950s, watched movies and sitcoms from that era, read newspapers and magazines from the 1950s, and discussed events from that time, such as the US launching its first artificial satellite. They had to manage everything in their daily lives as if it were 20 years ago, from waking up and dressing to washing dishes and walking. The other group, under the same living and dining conditions, only recalled and discussed events from 1959. The results showed significant improvements in the physical condition of both groups. Before the experiment, they had come accompanied by family, appearing old and frail with unsteady steps. After a week of the experiment, their vision, hearing, and memory showed marked improvement, along with their walking speed and physical strength. The progress was even more remarkable for those living in the past. Their hand-eye coordination improved, and they scored higher on intelligence tests. Observers who saw photos of the participants before and after the experiment were almost unable to believe their eyes. Faced with such results, even today, we still find it difficult to explain what kind of interactions occurred between the brains and bodies of these elderly participants during that week. However, it is an established fact that genuinely believing they were 20 years younger made their bodies respond accordingly. This also proves that aging is not merely a process of bodily deterioration but is also influenced by psychological cues. Physiological changes can affect the mind, and mental states can lead to physiological changes. 3. The mind follows the environment, and the body follows the mind. Aging is an ingrained concept. Many people stubbornly believe that aging is inevitably linked to the decline of bodily functions. This mindset is highly destructive. The frailty, helplessness, and frequent illnesses of the elderly are often due to learned helplessness rather than a natural physiological process. For example, does aging necessarily mean memory decline? The answer is not absolute. What truly limits our potential is living in a society that worships youth and despises aging. If we had more control over our lives, choosing our entertainment, caring for plants in our room, we would be happier, feel younger, and live longer than those who are taken care of in every aspect. 4. How to live a dignified, healthy, and long life in old age. Facing aging, we really need to start approaching it with a positive mindset. Aging is a process that every one of us must face as we grow older. Even if you look youthful and vibrant today, your appearance will fade over time, and unknowingly, you will find yourself in old age. On average, about 150,000 people die each day worldwide. Approximately 2/3 of them, around 100,000 people, die from aging. In developed countries, this proportion is even higher, reaching 90%. How can we slow down aging? This has been a topic of discussion for centuries and remains a mystery to this day. Many people believe that slowing down aging requires drugs that promote longevity. In reality, this is a misconception. At the very least, no such miracle drugs currently exist. However, contemporary science agrees on one thing: facing aging with a positive mindset is the most economical and effective way to slow aging and promote longevity. Numerous studies have been conducted on the impact of a positive mindset on longevity, particularly in modern neuroscience, psychology, and a specific branch of psychology known as positive psychology. These studies show that a positive mindset has a beneficial and positive impact on many symptoms of aging. Aging can be divided into psychological aging and physiological aging. Maintaining a good mindset benefits both types of aging. The benefits of a positive mindset include: first, it helps alleviate chronic pain caused by conditions like nervous tension. Second, it helps control weight, preventing obesity, diabetes, and some cardiovascular diseases. Third, it makes you feel good, raising your energy levels. Fourth, it improves your sleep quality. Fifth, it can enhance your immune system. Sixth, it keeps you mentally strong and alert. Seventh, it can lower your blood pressure. Think of your mindset as a mirror, clearly reflecting your emotions. This mirror is not outside but within you. Smile at it, and it will smile back at you. Cry at it, and it will reflect back your sorrow. Approach it with positivity, and it will return positive feedback to you. Approach it with negativity, and it will return negative feedback. You might think that a positive mindset is just about cheering yourself up, having a mental effect. But in reality, it's not just about encouraging yourself. There are many unseen and intangible factors at work. When you push yourself with a positive mindset, the energy of that mindset mobilizes psychological and invisible positive energy and physiological and tangible positive energy. These energies interact and transform with each other. When your positive mindset interacts with the external world, it not only mobilizes your inner psychological and physiological energies, but also creates and shapes the atmosphere around you. Your interaction with the outside world, due to your good mindset, brings positive energy, effects, and conditions. This often unseen dynamic can have a significant impact. If your mindset is poor, you and the world around you may only worsen your mindset. If your mindset is good, you and the world around you may improve it. Each instance of a good mindset elevates you and your world into a new, higher, positive dynamic space, fostering a new, more positive state of living that gradually brings you a better life. The famous psychologist Abraham Maslow, a pioneer of the third generation of psychology, said, "If you change your mindset, your attitude will change. If your attitude changes, your habits will change. If your habits change, your character will change. And if your character changes, your life will change." Adjust your mindset, overcome negative thoughts, and avoid blaming yourself, others, society, or your children. By adopting a positive mindset and willingly facing the challenges of old age, we can live a dignified, healthy, and long life in our later years.